If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, Lil Wayne has a very interesting point of view when it comes to the death of George Floyd, and Trippie Redd is full of excuses after canceling his boxing match with YK Osiris. Plus, Kaepernick helps out protesters. Let's talk hip-hop.
I think when we see these situations, I think we also have to understand that we have to get very specific. We have to get so specific, and what I mean by that, we have to stop viewing it with such a broad view. Meaning, we have to stop placing the blame on the whole force and the whole everybody of such a certain race.
All right, so let's jump right into it, right? That was a clip of Fat Joe and Lil Wayne, right? So Fat Joe has a show, it's like a podcast, it's on Instagram mainly, where he interviews different celebrities, right? So he's asking Lil Wayne about the whole situation with George Floyd, and that's just really because he's asking pretty much everybody about their opinion about what happened to George Floyd, right? This is hip hop, this is the culture, and most people in our culture are pretty much like, fuck the police, R.I.P. George Floyd, I can't believe another unarmed black man got killed by the hands of the cops, right? That's generally how we all feel, right? In the culture at least, right? But the whole situation is, Fat Joe says, oh, Lil Wayne, you got a really unique perspective about the whole situation. What do you think about it, right? And y'all gotta remember that Lil Wayne lives in a bubble, right? So one of his first responses is that we shouldn't blame the entire police force for something that one police officer did. He says, Lil Wayne says that we should be very specific in our outrage about who we blame for the death of George Floyd, and that the only person to blame for his death is one officer, and that's the officer that killed George Floyd with the knee on his neck, right? And Lil Wayne says it's very complex, and he says that why are we blaming everybody else on the police force, right? But here's the whole situation though. And just really quickly, and I don't want to keep on repeating the same thing that I've been saying before, but the reason why generally black people are mad at every single cop is because, yeah, I agree, not every cop on the police force is out here, killing every black person or beating up every protester or whatever the case may be. In fact, the majority of the cops are not doing that. Maybe only 20% of the police force is doing that, but still, then why isn't that other 80% doing something about the other 20%, right? If there are good cops and bad cops, then those good cops should get rid of the bad cops, right? The good cops should arrest the bad cops. I mean, really and truly, if you are an officer and you stand up for injustice and you are here to protect, then that means that you have to protect the citizens even against somebody who wears the same badge as you, right? Lil Wayne, and so that's why we're blaming every police officer, because those officers here, even though they don't beat up and shoot citizens, right? They also don't stop the other cops from doing it. They turn their eye. They say, well, I ain't getting involved in that racist shit, so I'm over here just doing my thing. But they let them still operate and do their own thing, right? And so that's why we're blaming all the officers, right? Because nobody is taking accountability for anything, right? Lil Wayne goes on to explain that the reason why he feels this way is because he had a really good experience with a police officer when he was a kid, right? So I don't know if y'all know, but Lil Wayne, when he was like 11 years old, shot himself, right? Because he was trying to commit suicide, right? And the whole situation is the ambulance came and the cops came in the house, and of course they see this little black boy with a bullet hole in his chest, and he's bloody and he's on the floor. And all the police officers were stepping over this little black kid, Lil Wayne, and just searching through the house and looking for drugs and guns and money or whatever, right? And there was only one officer, Lil Wayne explains, got all mad and yelled at all the other officers that were there and said, how are you just stepping over this black kid like his life is not worth anything? That officer took it upon himself to grab Lil Wayne up, put him in the back of the squad car, sat with him in the back of the squad car, took him to the ambulance, sat with him in the operating room, in the emergency room, in the operating room when he was doing surgery and all that stuff, and made sure that Lil Wayne lived to see another day. So Lil Wayne's perspective on police itself is, a little bit different from all of our perspective, because to tell you the truth, I wasn't saved by a cop when I was 11 years old, so I don't give a fuck, right? And then Lil Wayne goes on to say that he explains look, Fat Joe kind of asked him, why don't you speak up when things like this happen at all, right? And he says, well, the reason why I don't speak up is because what am I gonna do? Wear a t-shirt? Then what? What do I do after I wear the t-shirt? I don't know where to go from there, Lil Wayne says, right? Or what am I gonna do? Just put a tweet out? Like after I tweet something, then what's my action after that? Like I don't know where to go from there, and I don't think I could change the world just by wearing a t-shirt or by tweeting something, right? But I think that I call bullshit on Lil Wayne's statement when he says that, right? And the reason why I call bullshit on that statement is because doesn't, a Balenciaga pay you just to wear a t-shirt that says Balenciaga? All of a sudden their stock goes up. All of a sudden everybody in the hood wants Balenciaga, right? Doesn't Puma pay you just to send out a tweet? All of a sudden Puma's stock goes up. Adidas, don't they do partnerships with rappers and celebrities all the time? Because if a celebrity says a champagne name, Ace of Spades, or Rose or something like that, that now all of a sudden everybody in the hood wants to put their money and invest in that. So Lil Wayne, you are a celebrity. You don't have to do anything but wear a t-shirt or send a tweet, and we'll take it from there, my nigga. You are letting people know what's going on by just doing that, right? So you are full of shit, my nigga. You just don't want to do it, and that's fine. You could just say that you don't want to do it, right? And that's fucked up, man, because Lil Wayne is in my top 5, yo. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Now it's not gonna be a fight. I tried to tell y'all I don't want to associate myself with bullshit, and y'all try to associate me with bullshit. And I don't get why. Cause I'm a real nigga and I don't want to be a part of nothing that has to do with anything I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So there was gonna be a fight, now there's no fight. Sorry, ruined it. Crazy.
Alright, so that was Trippie Redd basically making up mad excuses on why he didn't fight YK Osiris, right? So y'all know, yesterday they was all on Instagram, they going back and forth talking about, oh, we gonna fight. There was even a poster made up about the whole shit, right? Trippie Redd is boxing, he's training, he's taking little videos, he's having so much fun, right? And really and truly, like, I didn't really honestly think that they were really gonna box, right? I thought that all this was for promotion, and I thought that it was really cool and dope and good that they're not really promoting like violence like that or anything like that, or beef like that, but it's just something that's kind of lighthearted and fun, especially during these crazy ass times, right? So anyway, Trippie Redd is full of excuses, and then YK Osiris sees this and he decides to make a video on why the hell Trippie Redd canceled the boxing match.
What's up, Super YK Osiris? First and foremost, I was not affiliated with 6ix9ine, so all the fake rumors going around talking about that's why he canceled the fight and, he forfeited because of that. Listen here, that's cap. He forfeited because he wanted to forfeit. I don't know what the reason, he was scared or whatever cause it was. He did it because he wanted to do it. I was waiting at his gate. He got security. He wouldn't let me in. I called him, I texted him. He even had to Texas, right here. Come closer. We still fighting? Are we still getting to it? Let's play. Where you at? Nowhere to be found. What's going on, sir? Next.
So during this time, while Trippie Redd and YK Osiris are going back and forth on Instagram, there are two other rappers, well, a couple other rappers, Polo G, 6ix9ine, and also Tory Lanez, that was all in the comments, saying, oh, well, why don't you fight me, come on and fight me, right? So, of course, Trippie Redd had real beef with 6ix9ine, even from back in the day, right? So I think that Trippie Redd says that he pulled out of the fight because he didn't want to be affiliated with 6ix9ine and nothing like that, right? And 6ix9ine was like, shit, I'm gonna jump in there, I'm gonna box y'all too, right? And then so YK Osiris was like, yo, I'm not affiliated with anything with 6ix9ine, and this nigga Trippie Redd is making mad excuses, right? The whole situation though is, even though Trippie Redd and YK Osiris didn't fight, YK Osiris apparently, according to him, did end up fighting Tory Lanez, right? And the whole situation is that he says he put the beats on Tory Lanez, and that Tory Lanez was scared for the video even to come out.
I don't want to know what I did to Tory like 3 hours ago. Yo, please tell him. It's supposed to be hidden. He told me to hide the video. Bro, he told me to please don't show the video. Let me post that video, boy. Don't let me post that video what I done to you now. Don't let me do it. Boy, stop playing me, sir. You know dang well you ain't whoop nobody. You got a little few hits in, but don't let me come back over there and show you the business. I was playing with you, my brother. I love you. Don't play with me. I'll show you real bit. I'll show you for real. For sure. Face so pretty. Face still clear. Like always. I might just, keep boxing. Make me a lot of money. 2-0. Somebody gotta beat me, please. Come beat me, please.
That shit is funny as hell, right? Because he's like, yeah, you know what? I had to put the brakes on Tory Lanez and don't make me leak this video and blah, 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 right? Funny as shit. YK Osiris is talking bad shit. He's super entertaining. I gotta be honest with you. This right here kinda made me like YK Osiris even more because this nigga is a fool, right? But anyway, so apparently the tape or a little video of them fighting did come out. Now, I don't know if y'all see that shit, right? But okay, so Tory Lanez is the nigga with no shirt on. YK Osiris has on a black shirt, and it kind of looks like YK Osiris was getting his ass beat, right? Which is funny as hell because you was just saying that you beat up Tory Lanez and that Tory Lanez was scared for the video clip to come out, but we see the video clip now and it looked like you getting your ass beat, my nigga, right? So anyway... funny as shit, right? So anyway, after this, YK Osiris comes back out to respond to the video clip that leaked.
First and foremost, he showed the wrong clip, y'all. He definitely showed the wrong clip. Tell Tory when I knocked the dome out his ass. He don't want to show y'all that clip. This man showed me the clip when I tripped. Oh my God. Oh, you know what's so crazy? I went over his house, right? He begged me not to. He begged me not to film, right? Right, cuz? He said, "Don't film, bro. Don't film, bro. Don't film. Take it lightly. Take it lightly."
He's like, first and foremost, he showed the wrong clip, y'all. Yo, this shit is killing me, son. Yo, YK Osiris is a funny ass nigga. Basically, he said, yo, I beat his ass. Y'all can say I got mollywopped if you want. He showed the wrong clip. He was scared. He told me not to film nothing so that I won't end his career. And then his homeboy was over there in the back filming. And then he said the only reason why it looks like I got fucked up is because I tripped and I fell, right? To the point where Black Boy JB, this nigga has Black Boy JB join his live. And then he goes, yo, Black Boy, yo, bro, do it look like I got my ass beat? Black Boy JB, well, he said, do it look like I tripped? Black Boy JB was like, well, you know, bro, it kind of looked like you tripped, but I'm just saying he kind of did. Shit was funny as hell, yo. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments. So as y'all know, there's a lot of protests going on all around the country in response to George Floyd's death, right? Specifically in Minneapolis, though, where he died, a lot of protests have been peaceful up until the police came out, and of course they want people to go home, they want people to get off the streets, so they start throwing tear gas at them, start spraying them down with hoses, start trying to beat up the protesters, start trying to arrest the protesters, and of course these protesters start fighting back, which leads to looting and riots, right? So Colin Kaepernick actually goes on Instagram and he says, when civility leads to death, revolting is the only logical reaction, right? The cries for peace will rain down, and when they do, they will land on deaf ears because your violence has brought this resistance. We have the right to fight back. Rest in power, George Floyd, right? And so basically, with this whole situation, he also says in the caption, in fighting for liberation, there's always retaliation. We must protect our freedom fighters. We started a legal defense initiative to give legal representation to freedom fighters in Minneapolis, paid by Your Rights Camp, right? For representation or to donate, click the link in his bio, and then he says, we got us, right? And then YBN Corday is on there, and he's just like, you know, Black Power, right? Which is dope, right? So what's gonna happen is all the people and the protesters who are being arrested, you know, unjustly, are going to at least have some money and legal defense to help them out, right? And bottom line is this, man, you know, everyday citizens are outside right now risking their life because they might get shot by the police or beat up by the police or arrested. I'm talking about everyday citizens are risking their life because they might catch coronavirus or bring coronavirus back into their homes, or anything could happen to them on the street, and they're out there risking their lives to fight for justice, right? And so Kaepernick is like, you know what? You do that, I got your back. You've got support from me, right? Which is dope, yo. And this is the whole reason why Kaepernick kneeled in the first place, right? But let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.